We're back out here once again, and today I'm wondering, well, do I really suck at bass fishing? We're going to explore that. Stick around.
Fail, 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 fail. I get tired of the failure. I get tired of the stinking failure. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Failed again. Failed again. One fish. It's just like I get on a roll and start going something, and everything just went to pot after that. Oh well. Another failure. No excuses. I just suck.
And here is this video's featured comment. Congratulations! If you would like to have a chance to have your comment featured in an upcoming video, all you've got to do is leave a comment. And now, on with the video. Welcome back to Lowbrow Fishing, and as my channel grows, thanks to you guys watching and sharing and subscribing, well, I'm opening myself up to more criticism. And criticism by itself is okay. Everybody needs a little criticism every now and again, helps nudge us in the right direction. But a lot of times, that criticism, well, being the internet and all, it can be downright nasty and mean. Some of the comments that I receive, and a lot of them, well, I just delete them, I'll be honest. They're quite vulgar, and they're full of nasty and mean and hateful things, telling me that I don't know what I'm talking about, that I'm just out and out lying, that I'm a scam artist. And to be a YouTuber, a lot of times you have to have really thick skin. But that got me to thinking. See, a lot of times as anglers, we often have a lot of self-doubt. We'll go out on the water, we'll try to fish, we'll see something that, we saw it on YouTube, we saw it on TV, we saw it on the internet, we saw a buddy do it, and it was a surefire method, right? Throw this bait, throw this technique, and it worked for them without fail every single time. But we couldn't get anything out of it. And we just feel like we suck at fishing, like we are doing something wrong. Why can't we get any fish? We've all been there. We all get angry with ourselves. We all get frustrated with ourselves. You guys watch, as I did, those challenge videos, and well, I failed every single one. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen them. But I was getting frustrated with myself because I couldn't complete any of them. Not only was I letting you guys down, I was letting down myself. And well, that's never a good feeling. So we deal with these things on a daily basis whenever we go out fishing. Until we connect with a bass, right? Or whatever it is that we're fishing for. Trout, walleye, muskie, whatever your, angling preference is. But for me, it's bass, largemouth, smallmouth, spots. I'll even take a Guadalupe or even a peacock bass, which is really not a bass, but you know what I'm saying. The point is a lot of times we beat ourselves up, albeit unnecessarily, but we still beat ourselves up for what we perceive as faults in how we are.
Oh yeah, this is pretty deep in earth. This is pretty vegetated back in here. But we're gonna give it a try. That guy, he's not even in sight. It's like he knew exactly where to go. Well, we're going to work this edge. There we go, I got one. Doesn't feel bad, doesn't feel great. Oh, it's a pickerel. And he made me lose my worm. That's a chain pickerel. See that toothy little dude?
They bite, huh?
Yeah, that is a chain pickerel. That's not a fuddy-duddy.
Do you have a way to take them off?
Yeah, I do, but see how it looks like a northern pike?
Yeah.
That's a chain pickerel.
Okay.
I knew that didn't feel like a bass. There, I got my hook. That is a... You're not getting out that way, buddy. There's no exit. But this is a type of like northern pike.
Yeah.
But that's a chain pickerel.
Okay.
And they are toothy little boogers.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm gonna let you go. There you go. See? Ooh.
So as a YouTuber, especially, well, a lot of it really hits home. I mean, after all, I'm trying to spread my brand as someone who knows about bass angling, someone who can relay that information and hopefully come across as truthful. And hopefully my tips, my tricks, and whatever else that I'm trying to convey in these videos, hopefully that puts you on more fish. It helps you understand parts of bass fishing, bass behavior, lure choices, color patterns, or whatnot. And bottom line, you catch more fish. That's what we're trying to do here. Not just me, but every one of the people who view these videos. I'm hoping that our community that we're growing here, we share that information and we all catch more fish. But a lot of times, even I deal with that frustration of, am I any good at this? Do I really need to be doing this? Everybody is so much better than I am. But I realize that you have to, stick with it. If there's one thing that I've been accused of in my life, is it's being stubborn, it's being hard-headed, almost to a fault a lot of times. And that's probably a very fair observation. I do tend to be very stubborn, very set in my ways. And that has come in handy a lot of times, this being one of them. So I will stick with it probably much longer than I should, much longer than I have to. But in bass fishing, I feel that that is a benefit to me, that I'm not giving up. And you shouldn't give up either. Whenever things get frustrating, whenever you're out on the water and you feel like nothing is working and you feel like it's all your fault, just because you have one bad day or just because you can't put things together immediately as fast as you would like, that doesn't mean that it's you. That doesn't mean that it's not something that you can't turn around. And that's the thing that I have to hold on to, right? Because one bite, one fish, that can totally change our whole day, especially when we're out on the water. You get to the point, well, you would just like to catch anything. And those are some crazy days, like when you even go out bass fishing and you can't even catch any bass. You're catching everything but bass, it seems. Anything just to keep you from achieving your goal. And I've had some crazy days like that, especially here recently.
That would be so nice if I could. Crack. Oh, I got him. Little bitty bass, but I got him. Oh no, it's another little... Are you kidding me? That is a shell cracker. That is a shell cracker. Is that the same one I caught yesterday? That is a shell cracker, kids. That is a red ear sunfish. You see the red right there? See the red on the tail? That is a gorgeous little shell cracker. Beautiful little guy. Look at that. He's got to be up on bed right there. That's got to be a shell cracker bed. Nice little fish. Not what we're looking for, but thank you, buddy. That is a shell cracker, and I bet you those shell cracker are on bed right there. I bet you that's what that is.
So, as anglers, we should remember not to get discouraged. Now, criticism is one thing. Criticism is fine. But don't let it depress you. Don't let it eat at you. Don't let it be the focus of what you're doing when you're out on the water. Okay? Still focus on the lure, the bait, and the connection. There are days that I get skunked. I don't get skunked as often as I used to, but it still happens. And I'll get skunked again. Anybody who tells you that they don't get skunked on the water, well, they're lying. And there's no other way to put that. If they tell you that they're going out there and they're catching fish 100% of the time, well, either they are on a farm pond or some special sort of circumstance. But if they're fishing regular public waters like everybody else, like I do, you're going to get skunked. That's just the fact of the matter. And I know it's easy to get discouraged. I know it's easy to get frustrated, but we have to change our mindset, and we need to realize that eventually we are going to figure it out, and those bites are going to happen. It's not our fault. We are not bad at bass fishing. It's a learning process for all of us. We all must go through it. You're not going to get it on the first try. You're probably not going to get it on the 100th try. It's a lifelong endeavor. I've been doing it since I was a little kid back in the early 1970s, and I still love it today. And hopefully, I will get the opportunity to do it for the rest of my life, especially now that my wife, well, she has been bitten by the bassin bug, and she's been bitten really hard. So, I'm extremely fortunate that I get to share that. And it makes those days, much less frustrating because I have someone that I can share it with, and I have someone who goes through those things too, and you can relate and you can talk about it and you can, kind of work through it together. So don't focus on those things. You don't suck at bass fishing. Some days are just better than others. Some days you just don't have it figured out, and some days you do. And those are the things you need to remember. Those are the things you need to focus on. So there you have it. Despite how we feel whenever we have a rough day on the water, we need to keep our head in the game and keep trudging along. Eventually, we'll get those fish figured out, and eventually, we will start putting them in the boat. It's a connection that you'll make, and without the hard times, you can't really enjoy the good times. Thanks for watching Lowbrow Fishing. We'll catch you in the next one.